guys,
Welcome back to a new episode of Living in Qatar. Today we're going to be speaking about prices and what we should expect to earn when you're living in Qatar.
So we are your friend in Qatar, and by the end of this video you should know everything about expenses in Qatar. So in summary, we're going to go through a different section for you to be able to make your budget according to different areas of your life, which is accommodation, transport, food, health, clothing, entertainment. Entertainment.
Accommodation. The most expensive part of living in Qatar by far. We live in the Pearl.
Yep.
Which is one of the most expensive locations to live in because it's quite beautiful and it feels like you're a little bit away from the city, but you're not that far away from the city.
This is literally a piece of land they built on the sea, like they conquer lands and they made like a marina.
Yes.
So it's quite pretty outside from the land, which Qatar is not in the desert, you kind of on the seaside.
It was the greenest part when we moved here.
Yeah, exactly.
That's why I was drawn to it.
But when you choose to live here, you really decided to pay the price to have a way of life, because in every tower where you live, you're gonna have your own gym, your own swimming pool, some facilities, reception, parking, which are very convenient when you can really stay in the weekend during summer. So
I've been here for 4, you've been here for 5 years.
Yeah, 5 years.
And there's not one other location that I would consider living in. The market price for this accommodation, 1 bedroom, is 9,250 riyal.
Like in average, it would be like 6-7 studio, 10,000 1 bedroom, 13 2 bedroom, and 15 and more 3 and more.
So living in Qatar when you've moved here as a single person, which both of us lived when we moved here, it can also obviously be a little bit more expensive if you're single compared to if you're in a relationship.
It is more expensive because you pay your own accommodation by yourself.
Yeah, I mean, I was paying 6,000 riyal and I was renting with 3 other people in a beautiful apartment in the Pearl. But that 6,000 riyal is quite a big chunk out of a one-person salary. If you've got 2 people, that's where like you can really start saving some money, is when you're moving in with your partner. Say West Bay, it's about more or less the same as the
I would say West Bay is more or less the same, but you don't have...
Actually, it can be a little expensive as well.
Let's say more or less the same range, but you don't have the same facilities.
You do have the same.
You have the same, but doesn't the same like environment. Sometimes the pool is inside.
Yes, yeah.
And if you go down, you don't have like walkable. If you're quickly on the street, it's car. It's very difficult. Like
it's not like the city here isn't pedestrian friendly.
No, exactly.
At all. Like you can't really walk.
West Bay is not pedestrian friendly
at all,
whereas the Pearl is.
Yes.
Really. Section bonus, the swimming pool. So if you end up living in a spot where you don't have a swimming pool, or if there is a pandemic happening and all the pools are closed, you can buy your own swimming pool, inflate it, put water, and live happy forever. Transportation.
I'm so excited.
Transport. 4 options for you: metro, Uber taxi, rental, buying a car. So let's start with the metro, the cheapest option, obviously.
I use the metro.
She uses the metro. 1 trip, 2 riyal, 50 cents of euro. So basically, if you are living close to metro section and your work is close to another section,
it's just way more convenient. And it's
quicker, clean. So let's say for the Uber, which is the second most expensive option, it costs, let's say, for the small ride, 20 riyal. Small ride here is like 50 minutes, 10 to 15 minutes.
Yeah.
And let's say when you go to 30 minutes, you're gonna pay 50 riyal. So you can easily say 10 riyal per 10 minutes. more or less, if you're like 90. So after you make your conversion with your currency, if you work more than 35 minutes, you're gonna need your own car. Also because at some point you spend so much time.
I had known I was going to be there for so long, I would have 100% bought a car.
Yeah, it's going to be worth it. So this is, I think, different option depend of your where you live, how long you travel, like to work, and how long you're going to stay in Qatar.
Yeah.
Like a metro, it's very
like
limited.
if you're going to stay here for a year, it's just not feasible to buy.
For a year you can, but it's feasible. Oh, it's feasible.
feasible.
Of course it's feasible.
Depends on what car you buy. So the next section is food. Wonderful food. I'm going to take you through this section because that's basically my job in this relationship is to feed him.
Shopping? I know food.
So food is quite like also another difficult one to bargain. It's the same as if you were in France, if you went to a bought in Monoprix versus if you were to go and buy, where's an expensive place in France to buy food?
Market?
Anyway, like there's always like a cheaper option and a more expensive option to buy food. It's the same in Qatar. In Qatar you have Lulu or Carrefour, which is a cheaper option, or you have like Monoprix, which is a more expensive option. But to be honest, there's not a huge difference anymore. It used to be very dramatic in prices, but now I find that they're more or less the same.
The difference is more on what you buy.
Yes. I would say we spend between 500 and 700 riyal on a weekly shop. Excluding the one monthly big shop, which would be like your soaps and cleaning products and all of that type of stuff. And like sometimes you need to, stock up on your tin products and all that. I would say one monthly shop, which is 1,000 riyal.
Yeah, they said the weekly shop with only food is 500,
yes.
And weekly with my services
Monthly.
like house, furniture and stuff, you go to 1,000.
And we make most of our dinners. I think we probably eat out 3 times or have takeaways come in 3 times a month. And for that, it's about 100 riyal per takeaway on average. So we save a lot of money by cooking. The next section is health. You want to take health?
Health. Well, there is not that much to say. Like we can say, most of your health expenses is gonna be covered by your company if you come here under for a company by working for a company. If sponsorship, if you sponsor, which will be probably the case. So you're gonna have your insurance contract provided. So basically, everything will cost you nothing. Yeah, that's something you have to check. I think it's in your.
I'm not covered.
If you have the opportunity to negotiate and talk about it, check your health condition and verify the 2 things which are critical. It's like dental, and optical.
Yes, I don't have either of those.
And maybe physio.
And physio.
Physio, like
I don't have physio.
You want to get checked your back, if you have a body issue.
I have chiro, but I can't have physio. So it's like you need to really force it and find out exactly what you're covered for.
I can say that, for example, I used to go for, like we used to go to some gym. For example, a big gym in Qatar with a lot of equipment, you're gonna spend easily 1,000 riyal per month.
Yeah.
And if you go to this kind of CrossFit things or you go for 1 session at a time, you pay easily 80 riyal per session. But the thing, like you said, most of the places have their own gym.
So we save our money by not going to a gym.
This is a good selling if you like to try.
You're gonna have it's huge. It's massive.
Facilities.
Yeah, we moved to this apartment because of the gym.
Right, that's a big.
It's a really good gym.
Yeah.
Clothing. All women love clothing. I mean, majority of women love clothing, especially
me. Oh, no.
Clothing it used to be an issue, but now you have all forms of choices. You have H&M, Mango, Chanel, all major brands you can think of are in Qatar. The prices are pretty much exactly the same. There might be a small margin up depending, but I would say most clothing you can get in Qatar. One thing I would say is it is still cheaper buy online. Like we use Shine, we use even can buy Mango online. Like there's a couple of websites that are still delivering to Qatar, which I mainly do. But yeah, in general, I would say clothing is about the same as the rest of the world. One way of saving money is not buying clothing. So one of the things we did notice is that we were getting too much clothing, and when we leave, we need to get rid of it. So we just no longer consuming or purchasing clothing.
Yeah. So.
And that is clothing. Entertainment.
Are you so excited about entertainment?
You do? You actually like to leave the house?
Yeah, I'm a huge party fan. You know, like if I could go out every night, I would definitely. Let's start with nighttime.
Nighttime?
Nighttime, when you go out, if you after work you want to go for a beer, a drink, a burger, like whatever, you have choices. But most of the places where you can drink are in hotel, 5-star, 4-star hotels, so they are quickly expensive. Of
the
course.
markup is 300% on alcohol.
So, for example, if you want one drink, one snack, it's gonna be minimum 100 real. 2 drink, 1 snack, 150 real minimum.
So on average, I would say a drink is 50 real.
Yeah, minimum. Yeah, 50 real for one drink, beer, wine.
Then we have the dessert.
Yeah, which is basically cost the free.
If you have a 4x4.
It's a free, so the only cost would be the car. So the car, or you have someone who has a car, or you rent a 4x4.
Yeah.
Which we talked previously.
Yeah, your own food.
After is camping price, so you pay for the food that we already talked before, but mainly meat. After you just need camping stuff, so you need to get all the camping device, chair, table, whatever. Like you know, if you're camping, you know what you need, and according to if you want to spend a night. But after it's like more or less the same as camping, whatever we're gonna be around the world.
Yeah.
Because there is no but it's free.
It's free, yeah.
Just saying. So conclusion to this long video. So for people who jump from the beginning right to the end, here is the total per section. So we're gonna
for us together, our total cost is 16,000 real
per month.
This is why your salary may sound really high, but actually it's quite that you need to be very aware of your budgeting. Accommodation, 9,000 real. Food, 2,800 real. Alcohol, 500 real. That's if you're purchasing a QDC, not if you're going
home consumption.
For home consumption. Entertainment, approximately 1,600 real.
Restaurant, going out.
Car for one person, he is currently paying 1,000. Let's say
300.
Let's say 2,000 with 3,000 on that other occasions.
Yeah, let's say 2,000.
2,000 real. Metro, I'm currently paying 100 real. So in total, we have 16,000 real. But I hope this was helpful, and we'll see you in the next episode.
Bye, guys.
Bye.